Hello everyone and welcome to Cretaceous Cantina, where today we're having a look at the Mattel Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Velociraptor Blue, and Owen. Instead of a vehicle, Owen comes packed with his buddy Blue. Packaging looks nice. Love the volcanic eruption. Jurassic World logo is looking pretty good. Overall, I do like the silver and black theme. You get Owen and Blue over here in the corner. And it shows you how this works. Basically, Blue leaps. The figure is nicely secured in the packaging, but Blue is exposed. So maybe look your figure over before you buy it. Just make sure it doesn't have any candy or gum on her from kids looking at the toys. Here at the back, more images of the products right there. Looking pretty good. Shows you how to activate the action feature. There's another vehicle available in the line. Doesn't tell you what it is, but it gives you a model number, which is kind of weird. Very simplistic on the bottom, but it tells you what you need to know if you needed a little bit more information. Okay, let's go ahead and spend some time and get this unboxed. Alright, and here are the figures out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and focus first on Owen. And it's funny how much this looks like Chris Pratt, even for a little bitty figure at the 3 3/4 inch scale. They totally nailed his look. I mean, just the overall brawny look to him, the muscles. He looks pretty ripped. I mean, this is totally Chris Pratt. It's pretty cool. The likeness is pretty good. It's probably about as good as the Claire likeness was on the Claire figure, meaning it's really, really good. It's not 100% perfect, but it's better than I would actually anticipate it being. So that's a plus. That's a good thing. And it's painted pretty well. The eyes are even. The eyebrows are very glossy. The little facial hairs, like above his upper lip, kind of glossy, but it looks decent. It definitely looks way better than that monstrosity that Hasbro did a couple years ago. The hair looks good. It's sculpted nicely. It's basically just painted one color, which looks pretty correct to me. Skin tone looks good. Seems like it matches the arms. Shirt looks good. Pretty nice wrinkles in there. Pants are nice. And then he's got his boots. Pretty cool. You will notice that here at his arm, he has a piece. It's a piece that comes off, and I would use caution when pulling it off because it is very stiff. As you can see, it doesn't really have any flex to it. It's really, really stiff. But that is used to, I don't know what that's used for. I guess I haven't seen the movie, obviously. It's not out yet, but when you put it on his forearm, it kind of looks like one of those things that people that manage birds or, work at like sanctuaries or zoos, they have the birds fly onto their arm. I mean, you could keep it on him, you could do without, totally up to you. But it is an interesting piece. So we'll just leave it on him like that. So as far as articulation goes, ball joint here at the head. It spins, not really up or down, not really any tilt, basically just a swivel for all intents and purposes. Insert molded shoulders, go forward and back, rotate. Same thing at the arms. Not a full 90 degrees, but pretty close. And you can see they actually go beyond 90 degrees, which is nice. Nothing at the wrists. You get a swivel here at the waist. You have insert molded hips. And he does, wow, look at that split. I mean, I know that Chris Pratt is really athletic and, can pretty much do anything, I guess. Dang. Crazy. So if you wanted to move these forward, they go all the way. And insert molded knees, so you can bend them like that. Rotate them, nothing at the ankles. Pretty much on par with any of the other figures we reviewed from Mattel's Jurassic World line. And that brings us to Blue, who looks pretty nice. A couple issues, but for the most part, I think she looks good. She has a really long tail, which is kind of cool because the raptors in Jurassic Park had really long tails. And presumably it helps to balance her a little bit. As to those gigantic feet, oh my god, look how big those feet are. It's insane. And that's where you would scan if you wanted to use the app. Yeah, I mean, I think other than the feet just being so big, and you'll notice in a minute why they're so big, but other than that, I think that the aesthetics are really good. I think she looks great. I mean, just kind of hide those things. Really nice detail on her. She's sculpted very well and painted very nicely with a really nice blue stripe. I love the color. That shade of blue is really great. Carries all the way down through her tail. on both sides. You will notice it doesn't go around her eye, which is interesting. And it seems like all blue figures for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom line are like that. I don't know if, I assume it's still accurate. I don't remember it looking like that in Jurassic World. But the eyes themselves look quite good. And you can see that there is a little bit of a cream color on the bottom. So basically she's like a jade green or an army green, very dull green. And then it fades into that yellow. It looks good. I'm really happy with the aesthetics. They did paint the claws on the toes, but they did not paint the finger claws for whatever reason. I do want to remark on how rubbery the fingers are. The arms just in general are really, really rubbery on this figure. Even the toe claws are a little rubbery, but not nearly as bad as these are up front. For articulation, she does have the hinged jaw, so you can open it up like that. It is a pretty tight joint, and you can see the inside of her mouth is very bright pink, yellow teeth, not a whole lot of detail, but it looks decent enough. Now, I can't get it to close all the way. It kind of stays gapped open just a little bit. I don't know if that's normal or maybe some figures do that, some don't. She has a ball joint here at the neck, and that's pretty cool. I mean, you get some pretty good movement. You can make her look down, make her look up, look over kind of like that to the side. That kind of looks a little odd. I don't think she would do that. At least I hope Blue wouldn't do that. Would you, Blue? At the shoulders, she does have insert molded joints, so you can move them out like that. Kind of looks like she's like wading through the trees, and pretty nice. I mean, it is nice to have the option of moving her like that. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. At both of the hips, she does have joints, but you can't really use them unless you're using the action feature. And this will come in to show you why the feet are partly so big. So if we wanted to activate the action feature, you basically would hold the legs forward and rest her against the surface and just let her go. And I'll show you what that does. She basically just hops. It's like a raptor attack. And as you can see, she doesn't always land on her feet. Sometimes she goes a little farther than others. There we go. So, I mean, it's fun. It's very gimmicky. And obviously there's no way you're going to be able to pose her like that because it just snaps back. I guess there's a pretty strong spring in there, it seems like. But, you know, if you're playing around with it or wanted her to interact a little bit more with Owen, maybe she's happy to see him or something. Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
I'll admit it's a pretty fun action feature. And you can put Owen inside of the gyrosphere that comes with Claire. And it's a very comfortable fit between the two. I did review the gyrosphere with Claire previously. If you'd like to take a look at that, it is on the channel. And it's really nice to see them together, especially inside the gyrosphere. Little love ride. Well, probably not really, given all of this damage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Owen and Blue story pack. Overall, you guys, I really like this set. When I first bought it, I was kind of like, do I really need to get Blue? Because Blue is already available as a single figure, which it's probably the poorest looking one. She's also available through Walmart's exclusive Battle Damage line. That's my favorite one. And then she's available, of course, in this story pack with Owen. Of course, Owen is also available in two different single pack figures, one of which looks very similar to this one here. But I ended up with the pack after all. And, now that I've had a chance to look at the figures and play around with them, I do like it. It is fun. I have some issues with Blue having such big feet, but, that is part of the reason she has that built-in action feature. If you want a Blue just to put on the shelf, you might want to consider the Battle Damage one, which I think has the best aesthetic overall. It doesn't have such big feet like this. But if you just want a Blue, this is not a terrible value, getting Blue and Owen for $14.99. I'm quite content with the set, and of course being able to use Owen in the gyrosphere is also a plus. Alright my friends, hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, do like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to the Cantina Chatter podcast on iTunes. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.